Now, something pretty interesting has been going on, and I've been enjoying it, and that is kind of the morality of Traumerei, his moral compass, his ethical code, if you will, and how it is that we look at it. With people saying if you support Traumerei, you're a monster and a bad person, and people being like, don't think he did anything wrong. And I find that to be very fascinating, which is why I really do want to have that conversation with all the other family heads on YouTube, if you will, about morality in the tower and things of that nature. Even if I can't get everybody. That all being said, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell down to the Ghost of 13-month series and get you and you can stay notified. And look, man, listen. Are you listening? I find that your personal socialization, how you were raised, your psychology, short term, long term, and midterm, is going to dictate how you look at stuff like this. You see, with me, when I'm enjoying my fiction, more often than not, I don't really get into these like super moral debates in that sense. Where like some people like are like defending Traumerei, like, oh, he's misunderstood. People are like, no, he's actually a bad guy. Like, you're a monster for supporting him. It's like, it's fiction. It's banter. It's not that deep. And with me, just like, I just side with the characters that I like. Now, they might end up doing something I personally don't agree with, but I have to analyze it through the confines and the lens of the story itself. So, Crocodile's not a good person in like One Piece. And he locked up some pirates in a cage and then lied about the key for them to escape. But that's pragmatic to me. I'm like, that's wrong. Like, why would you actually give them a means of escape? So what I want you guys to do is type down in the comments. I want you guys to be as detailed as you want to be on your kind of point of view on Traumerei, based on Ame, the Enkidu stuff, him pulling the lever and resulting in a lot of human deaths or whatever the case may be. Do you think he's a good person, a good man, a bad person, a bad man, misunderstood? Does he operate in that gray area? Like, kind of give me what it is that you're thinking. Because even as we're having this conversation with Zahard, the king of the tower, people are saying like, no, him locking off the tower and stopping people. This is assuming you believe that he's the reason that the God of Guardians isn't somewhere like accessible to tower inhabitants. He like hid it on the hell train, so to speak. Like, you'd be a bad ruler to just give opposition the power, the means, the capabilities and military might to oppose your rule. And I'm like, that makes sense to me. But how far is too far? And that depends on your point of view and perspective. So I really do want to hear it. I personally don't like Traumerei. I never really have. But that's mostly because I think he's a weirdo. And once he said what he said to Wang Wang and then Naya, like, I can't wait any longer. Breed her tonight. I was like, in the garbage. Like, okay, I'm not interested. That doesn't mean I think he's a bad character. That doesn't mean I think he's poorly written, because I don't think any of those things. I don't think Traumerei is a bad character. I don't think he's poorly written. I just personally do not vibe with him really in any capacity. I don't like bro. That's all I'm at. Whether he's a good or bad person is completely inconsequential and unimportant to me. What I care about him being is an interesting character that pushes the narrative and the story forward and motivates characters to do certain things. Like, it's really just how he's utilized in the story of Tower God that matters to me more than whether or not I'm a fan of him or not, or if I'm siding with Gustang or not. All that stuff is kind of not that important to me. So I just kind of wanted to come and pose this question for y'all. Short. Nothing super duper long, but just like how last week the V versus Z, Zahar versus V, who's the real leader, who's the strongest? The whole, is Gustang a monster? Is he not a monster? Is he a good person? Did he even really kill Enkidu? Use Enkidu to kill Ame? Blah blah blah. And even if he did, was he wrong if she was gonna run away to fight with the enemies? I leave that in your very capable hands. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned. If you guys don't know, we're going to be, I think as of this video when it comes out, it would be the day after, but Pixel Cup Soccer is a new indie game that I got that I've having an absolute blast with by myself, with my friends and family and whatnot, playing it, whatever. And you can create your own teams, your own clubs and leagues and things like that. So what we're gonna do is create our own Tower of God team. We're gonna vote on what 18 characters we want, 17 in the keeper, and then our manager. And then we're going to simulate them against a made-up Kubera team, Al Ashley, Blue Lock, Captain Tsubasa, all of that. You got like Manchester United from 2007, 2008 season. I think it's the season Cristiano Ronaldo got the Ballon d'Or. So it's gonna be fun. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys come around for that one. It's gonna be on Wednesday. So pretty sure. All right. Be safe. Thank you guys for listening. Patreon gang. I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for the continued support. It always helps. I'm actually gonna add like a $1 tier just for those who just want to throw a little extra help to me, if y'all don't mind that. But shout out to the certified BAM lovers, that's CBL gang, CBL nation. But a bigger shout out to the priest of fire. Those are the certified brothers lovers. They might be the real CBLs. And a huge shout out to the fifths and gods. Thank you to Zyler Scotty, Wolf General, Rec Mazzino, Sly, Simi, Scobe, Rox G, Revenant, Lazy Dragon, Big Mod Katan, Johnny Rogers, Huey, Gray, Fairs, Childish Nujabes, Agrona Vitra, and Big Abdel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I moved out of the streets into a cardboard box. We're moving on up, people.